with credits in The Theory of Everything and Absolutely Fabulous, the award-winning music supervisor Sarah Bridges joins us now. Hi. Sarah, you were a music journalist. How do you go from music journalist to music supervisor?
It's a bit of a trajectory career, really. I started off in journalism working at NME and Uncut magazines, and that was part of my degree. So I was knew I wanted to work in music and was really into the journalistic side of things. And then transferred over into doing A&R and developing artists and working with artists and being a bit more hands-on with the music and the production side of music, and then moving from there into music supervision. So it's been kind of a stage by stage. I did 6 years of doing A&R before transversing into
Now, I named a couple of Sarah Bridge projects. Sorry.
That's all right.
I named a couple of Sarah Bridge projects. Absolutely Fabulous, The Theory of Everything. Is there a particular project that's been a particular thrill for you?
I guess The Theory of Everything was the first big film project that I worked on and that I was involved with, and I love doing period pieces, so that's something that I've definitely seemed to be being approached more and more on. So I just recently did The Sense of an Ending, which is set in the 60s and cuts between now and then, and I've also just finished a TV series called Gorilla for Showtime and Sky Atlantic, which was set in 1971 in Brixton and Notting Hill. So yeah, I love getting involved and really delving in and researching periods of history and the musical history around times and places and cultures, so yeah.
And you worked on the TV series Glue as well.
I did, yeah.
Did you get a sense when you were working on it this was going to be a really strong project?
Yeah, I think they had a real clear artistic direction with it, and they wanted to push boundaries both musically, sonically and visually as well. So I think I get to go and visit set quite a lot early on, and I always try to get a feel for what the project's going to become, because quite often in a music supervisor's role you come in post-production and you're not on set or involved in any of those elements unless you're doing on-set performance stuff. So I tend to try and get in early and see where things are going sonically and start to pull together ideas for composers and music based on conversations with the writers and directors and going on set and spending time amongst it all.
How much of what you do is instinct? How much of it is trial and error, do you think?
It depends. It really is so subject. Every project's completely unique in its own right, and you're working with a different group of people. So more often than not, I'm working directly with the director and the editor. Sometimes more on TV, you have influence from producers and exec producers, and there's lots of other people that you're working alongside. So yeah, I mean, there's certain projects where it comes really naturally, and I'm at script level, reading a script and have musical ideas. A film I worked on called X+Y, there's an artist called Keaton Henson, who's a singer-songwriter that I've loved for a long time. Didn't really think I'd ever place his music, but as soon as I started reading the script and learning about the character and his personality, it was fitting perfectly with Keaton's music, which is a lot about insecurities and trying to understand emotions and love, and lyrically a lot of his music came into influence it. So we used about 7 of his songs and also commissioned him to write some original music, and that was at script level me deciding that that was an artist that we should explore and that I should take to the director. Others are just more naturally born out of spending time with the director and a bit of trial and error and getting to understand what their tastes are and what their vision is for the music. In some cases, directors have a really clear idea of what they want to do musically, and other times it's a slightly longer process. So, yeah.
And what have you got coming up next?
I'm just finishing a film called Goodbye Christopher Robin, which will be out later this year.
Much looked forward to.
Yeah.
It's Kelly MacDonald and interesting actors.
Yeah, so it's got Donald Gleeson and Margot Robbie, and don't know if I can say, Carter Barwell's doing the score, maybe cut that bit. But yeah, it's been a great experience, and a lot of on-set music pieces as well, and so just pre-selecting dance pieces for some Mayfair ball scenes and other bits. So, and I'm also working on a film called Fighting with My Family, which is directed by Stephen Merchant, which is just starting into post at the moment, which is based on a documentary. So yeah, I'm getting involved on that, and that's what I'm doing. I'm also just starting another film with James Marsh, who directed The Theory of Everything, which is the Haddon Garden project for working title, which is about the Hatton Garden heist in 2015. Which has an amazing cast. So,
they all sound amazing projects.
Yeah, it's really
certainly worth listening out for.
Yes, hopefully.
Sarah, thank you very much indeed for joining us.
Pleasure, thank you.